Did you know that Tormentor was the name that Kreator went by before they chose Kreator?
Yep, I did know that as a matter of fact, which
Yep.
I don't know which title I like better, Tormentor or Creator. Maybe Creator
Either.
because, they spelled it
Well,
differently and they are the creators, one of the creators of German thrash metal. But yeah, I did know that Tormentor was the name
yeah,
that they were
man.
going by. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Riffs Reloaded. I am your host, Nick, and over there on the other side is a co host, my brother, Willie. Willie, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? We're here again.
Yes, sir. Hanging and banging as always. Today episode is going to be one that was in the works for quite a while that we've been wanting to do. And we like to do a little thing on this show where we do battle of debut albums of some legendary bands, kind of see where they came from, and then pair them up against bands that are similar to them or in the same genre as them or come out the same year, give or take, as these bands do. So today's topic is going to be battle the debut albums between German thrash metal titans Sodom and Kreator. Willie, this is one that we've been looking forward to for a while. This is going to be interesting to see what our takes are on these two titans of German thrash metal, brother.
Bro, these two fucking bands, man, incredible fucking bands. And they're still fucking kicking, man. Still putting out albums every fucking other year. And, they started in the fucking 80s. And seems like all these bands that we listen to are kind of taking a step away now. But these two are still fucking going strong, bro.
Yeah, I agree, dude. And it's going to be kind of interesting to see what our takes are on these two debut records because they're two. Well, we'll get into that. We'll get into that, all the meat and potatoes of it. But yeah, that is the topic of today's show. Is going to be none other than Kreator versus Sodom, battle on the debut albums. But before we get to all that, we just want to say that thank you to everybody out there who continues to tune in and watch the shows and listen to the shows, whether you're doing on YouTube, Spotify, um, you name it, we're everywhere. We're on Instagram, we're on X. Please do us a favor. Wherever you're finding this episode at, please do us a favor. Like, comment, share, follow, do all that good shit. Let everybody know where you're hearing this episode from, all the good stuff that's going on over here on this channel. And we appreciate every single one of you for doing so. And before we get into the topics of Kreator and Sodom, I got notes everywhere over here. Um, we kind of want to start off the show on a little bit of a solemn note. As all of you out there in the Middle Land knows, we lost a pretty big one in the world of rock and roll and hard rock. And that is, of course, losing Ace Frehley, the former guitarist of Kiss, legendary guitarist, influential on a lot of people, including the late great Dimebag Darrell of Pantera, and very sad circumstances on how he passed away. Apparently, he fell in the studio while recording a new album, suffered a brain bleed, and ended up kind of passing away from that. Very sad indeed. But Willie, what a giant loss to the rock and roll community and Ace Frehley, man.
Yeah, it was, man. It's one of those things. I was never a big Kiss fan, but I really respected what they done to rock and roll, right? And it's one of those things like, fuck, man, another one gone. Even though you weren't the biggest fan, but still, it's still fucking heartache.
You can't underestimate the power and influence that Kiss has had over the decades in rock and roll, and like we
Yeah,
said, the influence that that band had on a lot of the people that we listen to. Whether it's Kiss, whether not Kiss, whether it's Megadeth, Slayer. Everybody was influenced in one shape, way, or form by Kiss.
yep.
And Ace Frehley, man, he was one of those guitarists. I think the simplicity of Kiss and the simplicity of the music is what really resonated with a lot of people back in the 70s when they were really making their march up. And obviously the outlandish makeup, the stage,
Mhm.
costumes, the design, they freaked a lot of people out back in the day. They were the originators of shock rock pretty much, up there with like guys like Alice Cooper, and so on. But yeah, man, big loss to the rock and roll community, dude. My condolences go out there to everybody who knew Ace personally, his family, his friends, all the musicians that he's influenced and touched all around the world. Ace Frehley, man, rest in peace, dude. You may be gone, but your music and your legacy will live on forever. Absolutely, it will. So we just wanted to touch on that and just kind of put our respects to Ace Frehley out there, man. Rest in peace to you, brother. Some of the other current news and notes that we want to get into before we get into the topic is we always want to try to start off the show by talking about something current in metal and hard rock, and we always seem to forget more often than not, which kind of sucks. But we want to touch on a couple of new music out there, new music pieces. We got Testament, we got BLS, we got New Creator, speaking of, as a matter of fact, on the topic today. But Rob Zombie, you name it, there's a whole bunch of new music out there. Willie, how about we start with Rob Zombie's latest single that he dropped? Um, your overall opinion of it? What'd you think of it? And are you hopeful for the new album?
Overall opinion, I thought it was a decent song. Very, very simple song. I think it only had like fucking one riff in the entire song and played it over and over. So it's kind of repetitive, but I like the sound of it. I thought it was way different from his newer stuff, obviously, because a lot of the old members are back
Yep, thank
with
God.
him. So of course the sound is going to be different and it's going to kind of sound familiar, which it did. But I thought it was a good single.
I did too, and of course the name of the single is "Punks and Demons" is the name of the Rob Zombie single, and I agree, dude. I liked it for what it was. It took me back to White Zombie-ish days, and it took me back to that period where he was out of White Zombie, but he hadn't quite released his debut Rob Zombie record, Hillbilly Deluxe. It was like that weird influx where he was kind of putting out some singles and like some little teasers here and there
Yep.
of songs before he released Hillbilly Deluxe. I guarantee you, Willie, after I'm going to tell you this right now, if you were to go back and listen to that song, you're going to understand what I'm coming from. That song, to me, Punks and Demons, has a lot of fucking ministry sound in it, dude.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's what I thought. It was definitely different for Zombie. Um, it was kind of a, it was a little bit like heavier, even heavier than, you know, Hellbilly. You know, it was heavier than that album, and yeah, they very much went the industrial route on this song.
Yeah, for sure. I do agree with what you were saying though, how it was simplistic, but man, it was like sometimes that's
Yeah,
all you need, dude, is a good chugging riff. You need a good chorus. You need a good fucking lines to get you into the mood and into the song. And I think Rob Zombie delivered
yeah,
on this. I am very excited to see what the new album sounds like, especially with a returning guitarist back with him, Riggs, and the rest of the band. It's going to be interesting to see what the new album sounds like, and I can't wait for it.
yeah. I can't wait either. And if you guys have not checked out our debut album episode with Rob Zombie and Godsmack, you can check that out right here. The link will be above. Go ahead and check that out if you're a Rob Zombie or Godsmack fan.
Absolutely. Moving on to another new song from another great band. We've got Black Label Society, the mighty BLS, dropping in with Broken and Blind a couple weeks ago. Willie, your take on this song?
Dude, it's refreshing actually hearing a hard rock song that is good. I thought the song was very groovy. It was very Zach, and Zach's vocals still has range, bro. He can still fucking hit those high notes, and I thought it was a great fucking song. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I agree. This song reminded me a lot of if Corrosion of Conformity and Down fucked and had a baby, it would be this
Mm-hmm.
song. This song
I
is
agree.
definitely a lot more of that sludgy sound, swamp sound, that you would get from Down and
Yep.
COC. Um, at first, when I first heard the song, I wasn't like into it as much. When I went back and listened to it a second time, I was like, okay, it's a little bit better than the first time I heard it. It's definitely not the best BLS single off of a record, off a new record. But I mean, it is what it is. For me, I kind of missed the mark of what
Mm-hmm.
I like from BLS. I like the chugginess. I like the fucking riffage that Wild brings. This one was kind of more of like a laid back, mellow tune. Um, I don't know. I kind of have mixed feelings on it, but I mean, it's a good song, but I don't know if it was something I was like expecting from BLS to be like their first single off of a new record, if that makes sense.
Got it. Yep. Yep. I can see that. It was a bit different. It very much fit Zach Wild though. It very much fit his style, what he likes to play, and yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I am too. See what the new album sounds like. It should be interesting to see what comes out of the new record. But moving on, we have a brand new single from a band that we're going to cover on today's episode. And we're going to talk about none other than Creator releasing a song, Seven Serpents. Badass video, by the way, if anybody hasn't checked it out. It's a pretty fucking sweet video. What'd you think of the song, Willie?
I thought the song was classic creator
Yes.
song. However, the video, a lot of people are complaining that it's so much AI. The
Yeah.
whole video is premise AI, which I can see that. But I guess that's the day and age that we're in. You know, everything is AI now. So
Which sucks, dude, because I'm not a big fan of AI at all in any aspect, way, shape, or form. And especially
nope.
when it comes to music videos and or album covers, I think
Yep.
it should be, the album cover should be hand drawn at least. If you want to finalize it
Right.
on a computer, sure. Kind of like how animation is, you're gonna, draw on a piece of paper and then you're gonna finalize it on a computer to make sure it's sharp. I'm okay with that. But I
Yeah.
don't like how it's all 100% AI. I think that or, in the video, I think is a little bit of a takeaway. But nonetheless, it's still an epic song from an
Yep.
epic band, from a band that we're going to cover on today's show. But again, another single that kicked ass, and I cannot wait to hear what the rest of the fucking record sounds like.
Damn right. Can't wait either.
Now, last one that we're going to cover before we move into the topic today, Willie, the Mighty Motherfucking Testament. They put on a brand new record that kind of went under the radar, to be honest with you. There wasn't a
It
lot of
did.
fanfare on this record before it was released. I haven't listened to the entire record in a whole, to be completely fair and honest. I have heard about halfway through of it. But I know, Willie, that you've heard the whole album all the way through. Give us
Yes.
your take on what you think of the New Testament album.
This album is fucking brilliant. I think this album plays a lot of different styles of riffs for Testament. They have a lot of black metal influence in this album, and they have a lot of more of like a death metal
Yeah,
aggression with this album too, which I thought it was fucking great. I do have to say that the first half of the album kicked ass, and the second half of the album kind of dropped a little bit for me, but every song's a fucking hit. And I think fucking Chuck Billy's fucking vocals in this album hit all time level, dude. He's fucking
yeah.
out there fucking screaming, bro. That's a great album.
Yeah, from what I heard of it, I really enjoyed it too. Of course, the name of the album is Parabellum. The very first song on the record, For the Love of Pain, is straight up fucking. The beginning of it sounds like you got Chuck Billy on vocals, but then it sounds like you got fucking Glenn Benton from Deicide on the backside of it, with the kind of the higher pitched
Yeah.
screams, until you realize that it's fucking Chuck Billy. And the song itself, especially as it plays out in the second half of the song, is straight fucking black metal. And I am okay with it.
Yes.
I am here for it. Testament again shows us why they are the strong competitors in American thrash metal and American metal and metal period. Um, Again, about halfway through this album is what I got to so far, and I'm loving what I'm hearing so far. Testament continues to fucking bring it, and I am very excited to hear the rest of this fucking record. But yeah, man, I mean, this album kind of flew under the radar. It wasn't a big
Hmm.
fanfare when it was released, but hopefully now that it's out, man, a lot more people out there pick up on it, dude, and make it a success that it should be.
Yeah, unfortunately, I kind of get the vibe that's going to be a very underrated album. Unfortunately,
I do too, but I mean, in today's day and age of metal, it's not fucking not surprising, unfortunately.
no.
But I hope it does get the love that it deserves, dude, because it's a fucking what I've heard so far. It's a hell of a fucking record. I will say that. Um, so, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's move into the topic of today's episode. Again, we are doing Battle of the Bands debut albums. We've got the two of the big four of German thrash metal. Of course, we got Kreator, Sodom, along with Destruction and Tankard. Today, we're going to focus solely on Kreator and Sodom and their debut records that they put out. I will say that you can definitely tell, Willie, without going into the album specifically yet, that this was definitely a fucking 80s thrash fucking
Yep.
records.
100%. Both albums definitely, I wouldn't say the production was trash. It was the production was exactly what you would think a 80s thrash metal album would sound like.
Yep, agreed. 100% agreed. The first band we're going to start off with, we're going to do Sodom. Obsessed by Cruelty. Now, for everybody out there saying, well, that's not their first record, it's their first full length record. Okay. The album that came before that, and The Sign of Evil, was an EP. Okay. It consists of just a few songs, but this is officially the debut record of Sodom. So I don't want to hear people out there bitching that this wasn't their fucking debut record. Yes, it fucking was. Okay. It was a debut full length record. Of course, we got fucking Angel Ripper on fucking guitar, on bass, and vocals. He's the sole remaining member of fucking Sodom.
Yep.
Hell of a frontman, hell of a vocalist. Willie, nothing really bad you could say about fucking Tom Angel Ripper.
No, man. I think his if when you hear this album, you can still hear the same influence that he started with this album into Two-Day Sodom, which is
Yep,
very not normal. A lot of bands shy away from their first record a lot, but you can tell that he still has a lot of the same influence.
agreed. 100% agreed. So, Obsessed by Cruelty came out in 1986, May 7th of 1986. Of course, it was recorded in Germany. Coming in at 37 minutes and 48 seconds, the US version. European version, which is the version that I heard, comes in at 40 minutes and 27 seconds. Let's get right into the tracks. Track number one, we got the intro. It is what it was. It wasn't anything special. It was there to be on the record, I guess. Willie, what's your take on track number one, intro?
It was a very weird intro. It was kind of just like a subtle guitar riff, kind of in the back, and him like screaming for 2 minutes. But yeah,
Yep.
it was what it was.
I agree 100%. Moving on to track two, Death Like Silence. A little bit of trivia out there for everybody if you don't know this. Euronymous, famously of Mayhem, had a record company called Death Like Silence, and he named that record company off of this track, off of this record. He was a huge Sodom fan. A lot of the influence that black metal in the Scandinavian countries, especially Mayhem, came from bands like Kreator and Sodom early on. So, Death Like Silence, track number two. Um, the riffs are great in this song, Willie. Um, Other than that, it's your typical blast beat fucking thrash metal song of the '80s. Really wasn't a needle mover for me, so to speak, but I mean the riffs were good. I'll give it that.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much what I said. I said classic '80s thrash metal song, almost speed metal. He played the
Yeah,
fuck out of the song. It was fast as fuck.
yeah,
So it was borderline fucking speed metal. that the song was.
I agree, 100%. Track three, we have Brandish the Scepter. Before I give my take, Willie, what do you think of track three?
This song was not bad at all. I thought the second half of the song where it kind of went into more of like a groovy thrash. I think that's when the song stood out the most for me.
For me, on my notes, I put that the guitar was great, but the second half of the song was better. Um,
There
you
you go.
know, I think that we're both in agreement on that one. Coming in at 2 minutes and 56 seconds, I think that's a perfect time frame for this in particular track. There really wasn't anything else too much going for it. So yeah, so track number three, Brandish the Scepter. I think we both agreed that the second half of the song was better. Guitars were
Yes.
great all the way around. Track number four, we have Proselytism Real. Um, for me, Willie, I got in my notes that this was different from the first couple of songs that we heard on the record. I liked the song. It was okay.
Hmm.
It wasn't anything special, but it definitely, so far in track number four, it was definitely different than the previous two songs that we heard.
Yes, I agree. It was very, very much different. You can tell in this song how much influence Venom had
Oh,
with
yes. I was
with
going to get
him.
to that.
Yes. This song was also very, not very, but it had very much like a doom
Yes.
metal to it too.
And I got
So
some
you
notes on that
had,
coming up later on, too, on a track.
yeah. So I think this song definitely foreshadowed some other songs that we're gonna be talking about because it was different.
100%. I like how you brought up Venom because I actually brought up in my notes here that you can hear the influence on both bands' debut records, Creator and
Yep.
Sodom, when it comes to the Venom influence. Heavily fucking influenced.
Yep.
I don't think that they would shy away from saying that either. I mean, at the time, Venom was the biggest thing going, as far as the fucking satanic metal,
Yep.
out there at the time. Because, I mean, black metal really didn't even pick up yet. There really wasn't a black metal genre yet. You had Venom, which was like this classic heavy metal band slash thrashy on times type band, and I think the only other band that would come close in that time frame would be Bathory. But
Yeah.
you could definitely hear the Venom influence on both these records. Track number five from Sodom, we have Equinox coming in at 3 minutes and 32 seconds. The only thing I have down on my notes for the song is it's okay.
I put down the opening drum solo was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I will give you that. I will
I
give you
thought
that.
dug it. But
Other
yeah.
than that, though, the song is pretty much a forgotten song.
Yeah.
There really isn't much more to take away from it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um, okay, now track number 6, "Obsessed by Cruelty." Um, uh, I mean, it's the title track, Willie, but
Yes.
I don't know, dude. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Yep. So track number 6. Are we gonna talk about the German version or just the American version?
Yeah, we can do that. We can switch it up because on the American version, track number 6 is "Obsessed by Cruelty." On the German version, you do have "After the Deluge,"
Yeah.
um, from the German side, which we can do. We can do that. That's fine because I actually have it written in my notes here too, as well, for the
Okay.
song "After the Deluge." So, Willie, what'd you think of
Okay.
the German version, "After the Deluge"?
So track number 6, that song. I thought this song, the opening riff is like black and thrash as fuck.
Yep,
This song kicked fucking ass. I think this song for me is the first song on the album that stood out the most for me.
absolutely, absolutely. I 100% agree. And spoiler alerts, this was my favorite song on the record as well. I thought it definitely brought something different to the table. I agree with you 100% on that. It
Yep.
definitely, out of all the songs that we heard so far on this record, this one from the moment it started to the moment it ended, it was like, this
Yep.
is completely fucking different than the rest of the record, which I appreciated because every other song so far has been your typical heavy,
Mm-hmm.
fast beats with your fucking heavy guitar playing, the same structure, rinse and repeat. This one was a
Yep.
nice, like, little palate cleanser.
Yes, I have to agree with you and spoiler it myself that this is my favorite song on the album as well.
Fucking A. See, great minds think alike.
Yep.
So after the Deluge coming in number 6, number 7 now we'll get into "Obsessed by Cruelty." Willie, what'd you think before I get into my notes?
I just put down again that it was very doomy, very,
Yes.
very doomy. It was slow. It reminded me a lot of Doom. I don't know when Doom metal actually fucking started, but maybe they influenced what Doom metal what happened to fucking Doom metal. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you this. This song reminded me a lot of Black Sabbath.
Oh,
And
okay,
by Black Sabbath, I mean the song Black Sabbath from Black
okay,
Sabbath. The
I
very
can see that.
doomy fucking shit. Um, Doom was definitely around at this time. You had bands like Pentagram. You had bands like, I don't think Candlemass, if they were out, they were just coming out around the same time too, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah,
Yeah.
definitely bands like Black Sabbath and Pentagram would definitely be like the more Doom influence. And yes, this was a very fucking doomy song. I'm very particular on my doom metal. I like a lot of Candlemass, but I'm not a
Mm-hmm.
a doom metal fan per se. Like I'm not going to go out of my
Yeah.
way to listen to doom metal. It's
Right.
again, it's too doomy. It's too slow for me.
Yeah.
I'm more of an upbeat, fast kind of person when it comes to my metal. But I definitely have the same shit written down. It reminds me of Black Sabbath. Doom metal start, okay, nothing special is exactly how my notes are written on this song.
There you go.
Track number 8, we have "Fall of Majesty Town" coming in at 404. Willie, on my notes, I just have one sentence, nothing special.
For me, actually, I thought this was the most thrashy song on the album. I thought it wasn't as much as like a blast beat song. It was more of a thrashy song, and I think it that stood out for me the most on this song throughout the entire album. It was way more thrashy in it than anything.
I can definitely see that. I can definitely agree with that. For me, it just really wasn't a needle mover. I think it was more of a song to be placed on there on the album, maybe to fill it up or whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is what it is. "Fall of Majesty Town," track number 8. Track number 9. I don't even know how the fuck you say this song, Willie. Uh, I don't even know if this is German or if this is just some fucked up English word. But we have "Nukdameren," I guess is how you would say it. I don't know.
Sure.
Fuck
Yeah,
it.
that works.
Track number 9. I on my notes on my notes I got second half was better, and I do like the groove riffs in this song.
Yeah, I pretty much had the same thing. I also put down there was like one verse in the song that had a very, very black metal sounding verse,
Mm-hmm.
and then but it went away. Like
Yeah,
it started and then it went away and never came back.
yeah. It was
So
like
I
too
don't know
quick.
what yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened with that. I wish they would have played with that a lot more in the song.
I agree. Track 10, we have "Pretenders to the Throne" coming in at 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Willie, what'd you think?
So I don't know if you got this vibe, but the opening riff could have been on "Killing Is My business.
Yep. Yep.
um,
100%.
I don't know if we're gonna get copywritten, but I want to play at least 5 seconds of that,
Do it.
and then just see what happens. But just think of Megadeth, all right? Just think of Megadeth. That riff is fucking killing, dude.
That is 100% off of Killing Is My Business. I agree 100%.
Yep, it's fucking
It's
funny.
it's funny too because both albums came out around the same time. You know what I
It
mean?
did.
Like
Yep.
Killing was obviously a little bit before, but it just goes to show you just how in the mid 80s, all these thrash metal bands all had a similar vibe and similar sound. I will say though, I will say that out of all of these bands, whether it's the big four of American or big four of German thrash, the one band that sticks out the most, that definitely sounds different than all the rest at this point in time that we're talking about in the mid 80s, is fucking Slayer, dude.
Yeah, I agree. I
100%
agree.
fucking Slayer sticks out. But that's an episode for a different time. We're not going to talk about
Yep.
Slayer on the show, okay? One of my all time favorite bands. But yeah, track number 10, Pretenders to the Throne, 2 minutes, 37 seconds. We got track number 11, Witch Hammer. Another short song, but repetitive, is how I have written.
Yeah, very short. It came in and came out. Don't really remember it that much because it was so damn short.
Agreed. Closing out the album, we have track 12, Volcanic Slut. Um, I guess an A for an effort on trying to come up with a fucking song title. But we have Volcanic Slut coming in at 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Um, my notes, Willie, I have nothing new, blah.
I have what a name, and then I had the opening is very different. It was like a clapping
Yeah,
to his opening. I was like, I don't know what the fuck that was, but and then the second half was just a straight up fucking blast beat ending, fucking face melt fucking
yep,
song.
I agree. All right, so that wraps up Sodom's debut record, Obsessed by Cruelty. Willie, before we get into our best song and least favorite song, which we already spoiled what the best song for both of us was after the
Yeah.
deluge. But overall opinion of the album from start to finish, any notes, takeaways, what do you think of the album as a whole?
I actually enjoyed it. I thought I love the black metal riffs. I love the Venom style that they brought into this fucking album. They had a lot of like Motorhead kind of there too. Like they picked a very specific sound that they were going for, and I think they nailed it. Of course, this is their first album, and the quality isn't going to be fucking great. No, it's the '80s. It's not going to be fucking great, but I think overall it was a good album. I liked it.
There's very few bands out there, especially in this time frame, very few bands that really miss on a debut record. Because you remember the debut records for a good reason, you know.
Yeah.
We said how for Megadeth, speaking of Killing Is My Business, go back and watch if you haven't already our timeline of Megadeth through the eras. We covered the record. Um, I don't think that this was a strong record, debut record for Sodom. They definitely got better as the years went on. They definitely
Yeah.
matured as musicians, as songwriters, for sure, for sure. But for me, this album is just a lot of the same. You have a lot of the same style of riffage, the blast beats. It was so, almost like if you're to start any track in the middle of it and go to another track, it's almost like you're hearing the same song.
Yeah.
I love Sodom. Sodom is one of my favorite thrash metal bands of all time. Definitely one of my favorite German metal bands of all time. But for me, it kind of missed the mark a little bit. I was expecting a little bit more from Sodom in a debut. But I mean, overall, it wasn't bad, but it's not something that I was wanting as a debut record from Sodom, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can totally see that. And I just want to throw out Spotify, get this fucking album on there because I was
Yeah,
listening to fucking the other album because they said it was their fucking first album. It's fucking not. So
yeah,
I had to go back on fucking YouTube and find this fucking album because
yep.
Spotify doesn't. So I was all fucked up at first. But yeah,
Well, you know, I think there might be an issue with it because if you go to Sodom's actual YouTube page, this album isn't listed on their releases either. Did you notice
I
that?
wonder if it's like a record company, a record label fucking shit. I don't know.
Maybe I had to find this record on YouTube as well by some other dude's account.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I came across it. It was a German version, which I didn't know until I was halfway through it. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yep.
But yeah, there's something weird about this record that it's not on Spotify and it's not on Sodom's official YouTube channel in their releases section either. Um,
Yeah.
but favorite song we both said was on the German version after the Deluge. Willie,
Yep.
your least favorite song?
Are we counting the intro or no?
No, no intro.
All right. Well, I got to go with track number 11, Witch Hammer. It was just too short. It was blah.
Yeah. I kind of share in that same agreement too. I could go with track 10, I can go track 11, I go with track 12.
Yeah.
Any one of those for me is just whatever. But for the sake of being different, I'm going to say track 10, just whatever. It was okay.
Yeah.
So that is Sodom's debut record, Obsessed by Cruelty, came out in 1986. So now we're going to move on over to the mighty Kreator. But before we get into Kreator, I just want to say thank you to everybody out there watching and listening to this episode. And if you are a first time viewer, first time listener, welcome aboard. We're happy to have you. If you're a long time from day one, day two, day three, we appreciate you guys sticking around and checking out the content. Please do us a favor, like, comment, share, all of it. Tell everybody about the show. We're on Instagram, we're on X, we're on YouTube, we're on Spotify. We are Riffs Reloaded, and we do appreciate each and every one of your support for making this show possible. Now, Kreator, brother, we've
All
got
right.
the debut album, Endless Pain, released October of 1985. We got a total track listing of 10 songs on this motherfucker. Um, I will say, getting into the little bit of the news and notes of this album, Mile Petroza did not do all the vocals on this album. And I was kind of taken aback by that because I thought he did, because obviously we all know Mile as a current and longtime frontman of Kreator, but he was not the sole vocalist on this album. As a matter of fact, he and Jürgen Ventor Real did 5 songs each. They each contributed to half of this record, which I found interesting. Willie, I know it kind of took you by surprise too, no?
Oh, it sure the fuck did. As soon as track number 1 started, I was like, wait, why does it sound so fucking different? Then I went to track number 2. I was like, oh, that sounds right. So what the fuck happened to track number 1? Then I had to go back and figure out what the fuck happened. I was like, oh, this is fucking weird. All right.
Yep, I agree. All right, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting down into the nuts and bolts of this record. Endless Pain from Kreator. Track number 1, the title track, Endless Pain. Willie, what you got in your notes, brother?
Of course, it's a classic Kreator song, track number 1, first album. Thrashy as fuck. It's a great start. However, the vocals are not it. Not it for me. I could not do it because of the vocals.
Yep. It's funny too because in my notes here I have classic riff, classic Kreator riffage. I said what a start to the album. I am 50-50 on the vocals. This is where I started listening to it. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not Mile. Or if it
Yep.
is, that's a very young Mile. And so
Right.
that's when I went and looked at the notes. I'm like, oh, because it's not fucking Mile. But knowing now that it's not Mile and it's somebody else doesn't take away from the fact for me that this is a Kreator song and or that it's somebody else singing it. I liked it for what it was. I didn't have an issue either which way about the vocals on this song. But I thought it was a really good way to start off the record for sure, dude. Fast, in your fucking
Yep.
face, and really classic Kreator.
Yeah. Very, very fucking fast. And just what you need to start off a record, a 3-minute song, a thrashy song. And yeah, I think if Melee would have had vocals on this, it would have been a phenomenal song.
Agreed. Another fun fact on the vocals on this record: each song is a different vocalist. It's Mile and the other guy. They fucking like
Trade off.
trade off on each song, which I thought
Yep.
was kind of interesting. I wonder why that was. I would like to go back and maybe hear Mile's take on exactly why they did that on this record, but it's kind of interesting nonetheless. Track 2, we have Total Death coming in at 3 minutes and 20 seconds. This is a Petroza vocal song. Willie, what'd you think of track 2?
I fucking love this fucking song. The opening riff of this fucking song fucking hits, dude. And then his vocals come in and it's just like 100% better than that last shit. It was so fucking good. This fucking song is amazing. And I don't want to spoil it already, but I'm going to have to. This is my favorite song on the album.
Okay, okay, fair enough.
Yep.
I agree with you, man. On my news and notes for this one, I've got the Gallop riff is really fun in this song. It's a song that I would love to hear live and get in the fucking pit, even though I'm too old to get in the pit and
Yeah.
kind of fuck some shit up with. Classic fucking Kreator, dude. I think that they should really go back and revisit this song live. I think it'd be a nice little added addition to the set list. But yeah, man, that Gallop riff, dude, I can't get over it. It was just so fun. Just so it makes you feel energized. Like, yeah, dude, Kreator's fucking here. You know?
Yes, yes, the song is fucking fun. Exactly. That's a great way to put the song. Fucking fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Track three, we have Storm of the Beast with the other vocalist coming in at 5 minutes and 1 second. Willie, track three, what'd you think?
Great opening with the drums and the guitar. I thought they played well with each other. And then fucking Melee with the fucking black and thrash riffs, man, came right out with it on this fucking song.
Yep.
But yeah, if it again the vocals kind of ruin it for me, but the music is fucking great.
It's funny that you comment on Petroza's playing on this song, Willie, because of my notes, I have that this song reminds me a lot of R.O. Noir.
Yes,
And
yes,
of course, R Noir came a little bit after Kreator. So Kreator technically was first with this style of play. But that fucking riffage in this song reminds me a lot of R Noir. And I thought the chorus was really catchy. I did not mind this song at all. I didn't know what to expect going into this song because it is the longest song on the album. And that can kind of go two ways, but I thought that this was a really good song. Again, I don't mind the other vocalists on this song as well.
yeah.
But yeah, I definitely agree with you on the fucking black thrash riffs, dude, from Petroza. Definitely are on Noir, but nonetheless, another fucking fun song, dude. So far they can't seem to miss on the first three tracks on this record, in my opinion.
Yeah, they missed on the vocals for me. That's for damn fucking sure. But besides the vocals part, yes, I agree. It was a very strong start to this album.
Track number four, we've got the classic Kreator song Tormentor, which still finds its way into the Kreator set list to this day. It's kind of in and out of the set list. It's not an every tour, every night type of song, but they do play it still live, thankfully.
Yep.
Coming in at 2 minutes and 56 seconds. Willie, and my notes that I got this song is still so good. It still holds up to this day. And Petroza, who does vocals on the song, reminds me a lot of Venom in the song.
Yes, yes. His vocals in this song is very different than the rest of it.
Yep.
And yeah, the song is just a timeless classic song. And did you know that Tormentor was the name that Kreator went by before they chose Creator?
Yep, I did know that as a matter of fact, which
Yep.
I don't know which title I like better, Tormentor or Creator. Maybe Creator
Either.
because, they spelled it
Yeah.
differently and they are the creators, one of the creators of German thrash metal. But yeah, I did know that Tormentor was the name
Yeah,
that they were
man.
going by. Really good fucking song, dude. It still holds up to this fucking day. Love it. Track five, we got Son of Evil by the other vocalist coming in at 4 minutes and 16 seconds. Willie, what you think?
This song is just generic as fuck, and it did nothing for me.
Yeah, I agree, dude. It really didn't do much for me either. It wasn't kind of a needle mover. Um, it is what it was. Track number six. We have the another fucking classic, another staple that's played by Kreator still to this day. We have motherfucking Flag of Hate, Willie.
Yep.
Flag of Hate. What more can you
Damn
say
right.
about the song?
This song, the only thing I put in my notes, besides obviously it's a fucking iconic Creator song, I put thrash metal 101.
Yes.
This song is.
Yep.
If you want to know what thrash metal is, this is the song that you should play.
The very first time I seen Kreator years and years and years and years ago in Tempe, Arizona, they played this song. And when Millet took the stage and they were getting ready to play this song, he looks out in the crowd and he was like, blah, 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 blah. The only thing I can remember at the start of the song that he was doing was he puts his arm straight up in the air and he goes, when it's time to raise the flag of, and then the crowd, hate, and then the fucking band starts, dude. People are flipping upside down the fucking pits. People are getting stepped on, dude. It's the ultimate fucking thrash metal song, dude. Flag of fucking Hate by Kreator, dude. You
Yep.
cannot say a bad thing about this song, period.
Nope, nope. And it's a damn good reason why they still play it today.
Agreed. Track number seven, we have Cry War with the other vocalist coming in at 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Willie, what do you think?
I put slower. This one also had a little bit of a doom
Yep,
metal influence to it, and reminded me a little bit about Venom as well.
yep. I agree. As a matter of fact, in my notes, spoiler, this is my least favorite song on the record. It was just okay. It wasn't anything special. I could have done without it. Yeah, not my favorite. Not what I was expecting from Kreator on this record. I mean, every song so far is bang, bang, bang.
Yeah,
Yes, there's a lot of fucking blast beats, same as Sodom, but they kind of like mixed it up and threw it into some other shit, some different riffage, and then you get to this song, and it was just like, can this fucking song end? As a matter of fact, I think I
yeah,
might have even skipped the song when I was halfway through.
yeah. I don't blame you.
Yeah, Cry War, yeah, Cry Me a River. Afterwards, we have Bone Breaker coming in at 2 minutes 58 seconds, sung by Petroza. Willie, what'd you think of Bone Breaker?
This is a whatever song for me as well. This is the first song of Petroza where he's on vocals that I did not necessarily like on the album.
I can see that. I can see that. For me in my notes here, I got it was pretty good. It wasn't great. It was definitely classic thrash sound though.
Yeah.
You can't take away that from it. But yeah, it was just I think it's one of those songs just like on Sodom that it was there to be there, maybe to be an album
Hmm.
filler.
Yep.
But it didn't move the fucking needle for me at all.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We have, after Bone Breaker, we have Living in Fear coming in at 3 minutes and 12 seconds by the other vocalist, Willie. Living in Fear. What'd you think?
I thought this was a fast fucking song. That's what I thought. This was definitely a fucking speed metal, thrash metal fucking song. It just melted the 3 minutes away, bro.
Yep. As a matter of fact, I have in my notes that the riffage is awesome and this song reminds me of Slayer.
There you go. There it
100%.
is.
We have the last track on the record, sung by Petroza, coming in at 4 minutes and 51 seconds. We have Dying Victims. Willie, what'd you think?
This is a different song. They had a clean open, which is different.
Yep.
The clean open was different, and then after the minute ends, then the song kind of starts to begin, and
Yep.
then it kind of just like a classic thrash metal song. I don't know.
Yep, I agree. In my notes that I have, it's different. Has a different opening than all the other songs on the record. It was definitely the most different song as well on the record. And spoiler alert, this was my favorite song on the record. And I'm not gonna pick Tormentor. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
pick Flag of Hate because those are too easy to pick from. But on this one, I got that this is my favorite song on the record just because of how
Damn.
different it was from the rest of it.
Okay, that's very surprising.
So, Willie, your overall opinion and favorite song on this record?
Favorite song is Total Death. Track number two, and overall opinion. Um, Man, I really wanted to like this album more. But I think once I found out that the vocals, well, half of the fucking vocals on this album sucked, so that kind of ruined it for me. And then kind of with like Sodom, this album too. Majority of the songs, besides the known songs, you could play it in the fucking middle of it, and it kind of sounds like another song.
Yep.
It's the same shit. It's the same '80s fucking debut album shit. And but yeah, besides if they didn't have fucking Endless Pain, Tormentor, Flag of Hate, I mean, I don't think this album would be as big as it is.
I 100% agree with everything you just said right there, except for I didn't mind the other vocalists. He didn't bother me as much as he bothered you. In my notes, that I said it's a solid album, classic Kreator. For me, it's always about a great open and a great closing, and this album definitely had a great opener and a great closer. Um, it was definitely a very raw sounding record. Obviously, as we touched
Yeah,
on the production and when it came out in the 80s, everybody still had that same, sound, so to speak. Even Sodom's debut record was very raw sounding too.
yeah.
Uh, but overall, it was not a bad record. Um, some hits and misses here, some good points, some low points, but overall, not too bad. Willie, we know what your favorite song is. What's your least favorite song?
Least favorite song, probably that fucking one that I totally shit on. Was it either fucking Bone Breaker or that Son of Evil? Because it was just a generic fucking song for me.
Yeah, I think Son of Evil is probably my least favorite song on this record as well.
Yeah.
I agree with everything you just said on that as well. So, Willie, between Endless Pain and Kreator and Obsessed by Cruelty from Sodom, who won the battle of the German thrash metal titans, Sodom and Kreator?
I'm gonna have to go with Creator.
I actually agree with you. I think Kreator had the better debut record. Why did you
Yeah.
choose Kreator over Sodom?
I chose Creator over Sodom just because of Endless Pain, Tormentor, and Flag of Hate. If those three songs weren't on this album, I would have chose Sodom, just because Sodom for me felt more raw, it felt more black, and it felt more Venom. It felt different than just a thrash metal album. But they also Sodom did not have enough hits that you can go back to on that debut album. Creator does.
I chose Kreator for the simple fact that it wasn't just the same typical blast beat with the
Mm-hmm.
same riffage, the same shit. Sodom was way too repetitive for me on the debut. It was too much of the same. There wasn't enough to differentiate between the songs. Kreator at least kind of mixed it up a little bit. Yes, they had blast beats as well. Yes, the riffage was a lot of the same as some of the songs, but they had just enough of a different sound, different vibe, different whatever that they brought
Yeah.
to the debut that I thought it stood out over Sodom's record for sure. So we are both in agreement on that, on who had the better debut record, who had the better cover art, Kreator or Sodom.
Oh, Creator for sure.
Really? You're going to choose Kreator over Sodom, huh?
I am. Yeah. For me, Sodom, it looked like a horror movie. Um, it didn't. It feels more like a death metal album or like a horror movie, not like a black and thrash. I don't know, but I think the artwork on Creator is way more detailed, and you can see they put a lot more work into that album cover.
The thing that I don't like the most about, and I picked Sodom's cover over Kreator. I do agree with you that it looks like a death metal record, but I mean, it's called fucking Obsessed by Cruelty. I don't know what more
Yeah.
you can ask for on a fucking, but it definitely looks like it's a Cannibal Corpse album cover as opposed to
Yeah.
thrash metal. But the thing I did not like the most about Kreator's album cover is their fucking logo on that album. You can't fucking like make
Mm.
it out. It's hard to like make out. It just doesn't blend with the rest of the fucking artwork, and it's distracting.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's definitely a background piece instead of a forefront. You should let the audience know what your band name is called, not keep it in
Yeah.
the back. Yeah.
It's like if I'm a fucking, hard rock heavy metal fan in 1985 and I'm in the record store and I'm coming across this fucking vinyl, it's gonna take me a
Yeah.
minute. I'll look at the guy who's like stomping on the dude, and fucking killing him, but like,
Right.
who's this band? Like, I gotta fucking like hold it up.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this band? So that's the
I
only
can
thing
see
that took
that.
me away from the fucking album cover was the title of the band itself. But
Yeah.
overall, two really good thrash metal records by the two fucking titans of the big four of German metal. Um, I think overall both bands were definitely raw. Too many blast beats for both bands. It all blended the same. Both bands would definitely get
Yeah.
better, and
Yes.
with their production, their song quality, and everything else. But yeah, man. I mean, it was fun to go back and listen to these records. I don't know if I would necessarily go back and listen to the albums as a whole again. To be honest with you,
No.
there's definitely songs on both records that I will go back and listen to, but I don't think I would listen to both albums in their entirety again.
No, I wouldn't either. And I actually have never listened to Sodom's debut album until today. Um Surprisingly.
For me, it's been fucking years since I went back and listened to this record. The only songs that I remembered from this record was, I think, track two and one of the later tracks in the record. But yeah, I had to go when I went back and
Yeah.
listened to this. I'm like, I don't remember this shit at all. That's kind of a
No.
bad thing.
I know it is, honestly.
Like, especially when it's your fucking debut record. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Sodom would definitely get better as the years got on. So did Kreator,
Yes.
which is good because they're both still kicking ass today. And as a matter of fact, Sodom just put out an album not too long ago, too. And now
They
here we are
did.
with Kreator coming out with another new record. Both bands are still going strong. But can we please, for the love of Christ, can we please get a Kreator and Sodom US tour just one fucking time, please?
They have to, dude. They're I hate to say it, man, but all these bands are calling it quits, and before they call it quits, that would be amazing if they came to tour the US together.
Well, I know Tom from Sodom said that he's not looking to tour as much at all anymore, period. Like, he's pretty much fucking over it. So I
Yeah.
think that kind of cancels out a fucking U.S. appearance, maybe a one off at some festival somewhere. But
Right.
yeah, Sodom is not one known to tour the states either. I can't name the last time
Nope.
Sodom was even in the United States.
Nope, I can't either, unfortunately.
Yeah, both of us saw Creator open up for Testament on this last US tour they just did, and fucking they still brought it, man. They still fucking kicked ass. I highly recommend you guys out there, if you haven't already checked out Creator live, please do yourself a favor, because you will kick yourself in the ass when it's all said and done for them and they no longer tour and record new music. You need to see Creator live. 100% you do.
Yep.
So with that being said, Willie, anything else you want to add to this episode before we put the bow on it?
No, man, I just appreciate y'all watching, and hope y'all are liking what we're doing with these debut albums, because we enjoy it. It gives a more of a variety to this channel and to this podcast. And yeah, just hope y'all keep on subscribing, like, comment, and all that good stuff.
Fuck yeah, everything Willie just said and more. Appreciate y'all, you guys. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, X. We're fucking everywhere. Like, comment, subscribe, share, fucking blast it everywhere. Tell your fucking grandmother who gives a fuck. Just bring all the eyeballs and all the eardrums that you can to this channel. We do appreciate you guys, every single one of you. And we got a lot of exciting things in the works, a lot of exciting things in the pipeline that we're very much looking forward to bringing to you out there. So, yeah, stay tuned for new shit. And we'll see you guys on the flip side, motherfuckers. Stay heavy.
Peace out.